When I was a kid, one of the greatest influences of my life was Fred Rogers. I learned a lot from watching Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, though not every lesson was obvious. One of the more subtle lessons that he taught me was the value of silence. As a kid, I didn't even realize I was learning this lesson, but as an adult, I have come to understand that this was an active choice that he made. He wasn't afraid of what TV stations considered, quote, dead air, because he knew that in silence, we are able to learn our biggest lessons. And I don't mean how to memorize our ABCs or study for that math test, though that helps too. What I am talking about is the bigger stuff. When we are silent enough to hear our own thoughts, we are able to find our truest selves. And when we find our truest selves, we are then able to move outside of the self and see how we are all actually connected to everything. Growing up with the internet and all its enticing bells and whistles, I, like most people, quickly forgot the value of silence. I preferred to have my headphones on, surfing the web and crowding my mind with all of the noises I could handle. And having kids didn't help this much. In fact, the noise level of my life has only increased. Though, to be fair, so has the joy. But I think it's time for me, for all of us, to remember the value of silence. Our lives are so filled with the hustle of work, the blur of Twitter feeds, the constant demand for our attention from every possible direction, that we have grown so accustomed to the pace that even to sit still with nature, to slow down to the pace of this stream, feels utterly boring. But, much like necessity, boredom can be the mother of invention or creation. After all, if we are never still, how are we to grasp hold of our own dreams? How do we pay attention to our own thoughts when we are so busy catching up with everyone else's? I often wonder what Mr. Rogers would have to say about the pace at which we live today. I hardly doubt he would be pleased. So, I encourage you to take the next few minutes to sit by this stream with me and enjoy the silence of nature. We cannot reverse the hands of time. Every once in a while, we can slow down. We have the power to not be afraid of the, quote, dead air in our lives. So, let us choose to enjoy the silence and relax.